Hi guys, I'm Mike from Agility Fleet, and today we've been given the Cupra Formentor from head office. Have a little look around and give a little review for you guys as well. It is the 1.4 petrol hybrid 204 PS. We were quite excited about seeing this. The Cupra seems to get a nice interest within the office. It's nice to finally get physically one on, to actually jump into as well. We also had a Born quite recently, but it was nice to see what the Formentor looks like and how it runs as well. If we start at the front end, see lovely nice sort of spacious grille at the front end with the Cupra logo right bang in the middle. Lovely set of LEDs running across on both sets of headlights with some nice little spots also running there for you as well. If we move around to the side of the vehicle, again lovely 19-inch alloys, machine cut, sort of two-tone, which are a nice set off for the wheels themselves. Down the side of the vehicle, we have lovely sort of nice smooth handles which are also finger activated, which we'll come to later on in terms of locking and unlocking the vehicle, etc. for you. Was also obviously folding mirrors as well. Nice smooth finish lines all the way down to the rear of the vehicle as well. So we come to the back of the vehicle. As you can see, nice little lines as well where the actual full rear light comes right across the back, and also contours as well from the streamlining of the vehicle to create a nice contour obviously for the aerodynamics of the vehicle itself. Two-tone in terms of the colours. You can see at the bottom there you've got the silver working nicely with the dark, the black a bit higher up. Also parking sensors as well. You can see at the very bottom, usual standard we get now on most vehicles, as you can imagine. If we go inside the boot, also again, as mentioned previously, it is just a simple way of unlocking the vehicle by touch, as long as you're in the vicinity of the vehicle with the key in your pocket or in your bag, etc. And 420 litres of boot space, quite spacious we thought. We were also checking to see with the seats folded down to see what that would give you. They haven't actually given us any stats on that yet, but I was looking today, couldn't quite find it. But again, 420 is not bad for the vehicle you're looking at. So if we move into the vehicle, let's start maybe with comfort and the seats. Lovely black leather Napier seats, bucket seats as well, really comfortable. Drove it myself, wasn't pinching my sides at all, was really nice and snug, get a really nice drive. I'm also 6'2", so again there was plenty of space, and it wasn't, even with adjustments on the seats, particularly driver's side, we do have electric adjustment forwards and back, up and down as well, so a nice little feature that the Cupra comes with. It was also mentioned by my partner when she saw the seats how nice they really looked in the vehicle, which I have to agree completely with. They also have a really nice the copper stitching, which complements what you'll see on the vehicle as well, with the badge, a different colour, just worked into the stitching as well, which looks a really nice little feature. If we move forward more into the middle console and the dash as well, if you're familiar with obviously maybe VW products, very similar look to that in terms of how it looks, the familiarity to it, I would say. Some of the buttons are a bit different, but you can see it's very much the same sort of setup, same options you can look at, and it's very easy to figure out where your different options are for the cruise control, etc. Mirror adjustments as well. If we start in the middle console and we'll move forward, as you would imagine, typical, this little storage compartment and also armrest for you in the middle. I personally felt this, maybe again just for my seat position, it was a little bit low, so I felt like I was just having to lean across to find it, but again, that's just an adjustment which is not really Cupra's fault as such. It's just down to each individual's obviously driving position in the vehicle. Moving forward, as you would expect, electric handbrake button, auto park as well, and central lock in the middle. Gear selector in the middle, just a nice little toggle button about 1 inch wide, going for reverse, neutral and drive and stop. Separate park button, which does seem to be quite common these days also as well. Lovely engine start stop button, it's finger ignition, keyless entry as well, I would say, so there's no keys in your pocket. As long as it's in the vicinity of the vehicle, then obviously the car can start up no problem at all. Lovely 12-inch screen in the middle of the dash for you. Again, with it being a Seat product, VW software, I've always found the infotainment system and the software very good. I currently run my own Golf at the moment, which I saw is very familiar to me in terms of how all the software works. I've previously said this on previous reviews as well. Apple CarPlay, I'm a big seller of it. This has it, wireless also. The one thing I would say, maybe showing a little bit, is just the Apple CarPlay seemed quite large with the fonts. A little gimmicky thing for me that I thought was a little bit too garish. But again, it was easy to use, usability, which is what most of us want as well. USB-C in the middle, the center console, which is pretty much standard now on most of the new vehicles coming out also. If we move on to the steering wheel, really nice position, nice steering wheel, nice little grip. Coming with also with the Triptronic little paddles as well behind the steering wheel. Again, very similar setup in terms of your stalks and the wheel you would recognise on any of obviously the VW Group products. In terms of the layout and the buttons available, again, very similar volume, as you can imagine, menu scroll for the dials and the display and how you choose to have those dials up. There are different options that come with this on the Cupra also. Your cruise control and adjustable cruise control, again, easy access for your thumb for you when you're driving along. And again, if you're very familiar with these products in terms of the same group, again, you will fully understand how they work. All very much usability has probably been pushed across all of the brands, to be honest. Also comes a nice little feature for those cold mornings, heated steering wheel, which I'm sure some of us really jump on, especially on those middle of the winter as well. Jump in the back, as you can see, to be honest with you, the seat is still in the position that I was driving from, and I say being 6'2", you can probably see from the video that there's still a little bit of space there, so I'm not cramped up at all. It's quite a nice relaxed position. So, and again, plenty of room on the height as well, a good 2 or 3 inches there available, so I'm not cramped in at all. Lovely features, as you would imagine nowadays. The rear passengers also have their access to aircon, couple of vents, nice little digital readout on the bottom of the screen for you as well. Simple little cold and hot buttons just to increase and decrease obviously the temperature. Also USB-C for any charging in the back of the vehicle. In the middle we also have the usual fold down central armrest with a couple of cup holder options there, and also there is a second panel which, if you pull the forward and flip down, gives you direct access into the boot as well. And obviously, so if you do need to get anything out while you are driving, or the kids are maybe in the back, easy access, or obviously coming through from the back if you are loading something quite long in that sense as well. Now we obviously come to the most important thing of most vehicles, is the drive, and obviously how you feel in the vehicle and how it actually performs itself. Overall, I have to say, obviously it's only a mileage, full charge mileage of 25 miles. So basically it's more of an urban option for you really. So, you know, if you are just in a local village, or if you are in a city, probably the best option it's going to give you in terms of the benefits of actually having the hybrid option on this vehicle. In terms of its drive and its ride, personally found it's a little bit stiff, I would say. It did find some of the sort of small holes in the road, and you did feel a bit of the vibrations back through the body as well. But overall, really, you know, you're looking at a fairly premium brand here. It does drive nice. It's a nice, comfortable drive. Sound is pretty good. There's not much road noise coming back through the vehicle. But also referring to the seats, back to the bucket seats that we referred to earlier. For me, you know, I'm not the biggest guy on the planet, but it is a nice, snug fit. They're not pinching. There seems still plenty of movement in the seat also as well. And as mentioned, there's plenty of adjustment you can have from the electric options, and also some of the manual handles also, just for the lumbar back area as well. But again, driving wise, you do have also the lane assist, which again is pretty much standard on most of the new vehicles coming out at the moment. Obviously tech is really king everywhere he's pushing towards, because we all know obviously everyone's heading towards that electric 2030 deadline. But again, if you're familiar with these sorts of products within, again, the same group, very similar in terms of usability and what you're very familiar with on all of the dials as well. So you get the same option terms, same signals, same emblem that comes up for your lane assist, also for the cruise control. Again, just simply click on, scroll up and down. It goes up in 5 miles per hour segments, and again you press to set and it holds it there for you as well. And also adjustable to obviously the traffic around you, right hand lane and in front. But overall, I'd say it's a nice vehicle. We were looking forward to seeing it come in and jump in it and have the experience. I just feel a little bit, for me personally, I just feel maybe there's something just missing. I can't put my finger on what that is, if I'm honest. It's nicely built, it's got lovely features in terms of the actual texture and feel to the dash, and again the stitching is in the dash, which we've mentioned already, that's in the seats with that copper tone as well. It's just maybe just lacking a little bit more, trying to see where that fits in the market and see, you know, where its competitors are going to be. But overall, I think, you know, it's made a fairly good impression. I think we all like the look of it. I think that's a fairly obvious point to make from the guys at Agility, especially why we wanted to see it so much. But for me, maybe it just left a little bit of it wanting more from Cupra. But overall, I think we're fairly satisfied with what we've seen and what we've experienced.